Just when you thought you were safe, we're back. Welcome back to Talking Shit.
Hello, hello. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I don't care.
Okay, well, I got some shit to say.
Tell me some shit.
So, some shit. So you brought it up before we started the podcast, and I'm sure quite a few people know Star Wars Outlaws is coming out. I have not paid attention to a Star Wars game since Disney bought it and assigned EA in charge of making the games. I just haven't paid attention to any of this shit that they've been coming out with. But I have the trailer queued up on the screen behind us. So
Is that what that is?
are we gonna get copyrighted?
I mean,
Yeah, are we
probably.
gonna get copyrighted for playing that? Okay, so let's not do it. But you can see a very cool still of the trailer, and I learned some things because after watching the trailer, I was like, wow. EA is really stepping up, and then I googled, did EA make this game? EA didn't even make the game, which actually explains a lot.
That much is obvious.
So that much means I'm probably gonna get it, just because EA didn't touch it.
All right.
But it's.
I have a counterpoint.
What?
I have no issues with a good percentage of the games that EA has done. As far as the Star Wars games go, I'm actually quite fond of them. I can't say all their shit is bangers, but that's like, for instance, the Jedi Outcast and the what was it? I forget. You know, the one with the redhead fucking Jedi, the first ginger Jedi.
Yeah.
I love that fucking game. Those games are dope as shit. I love them.
Is it better than like the Battlefield shit that they were doing?
Battlefield was garbage. That was really just to shut up like the Fortnite kids. Yeah. And you know, those type of people who enjoy that garbage. But I'm talking about like their story driven games. Like they did Knights. Didn't they do Knights of the Old? No, that wasn't Knights. That was fucking Lucas game. Who the fuck did SOTOR? The MMO, the Star Wars Old Republic MMO. I think that was EA, wasn't it?
You mean the like old one back in the day?
I don't know about back in the day. I'm not talking about Star Wars Galaxies. No, that shit was fucking hot fire garbage.
No, I mean like it was like on the original Xbox kind of.
No. This was a computer
like
game. This is a computer game. You're talking about KOTOR. I'm talking about SOTOR. Knights of the Old Republic was the games that you're talking about. I'm talking about the MMO that they made based on that universe. I played it for a number of years. It was great, man. I'm pretty sure it's still going. But I'm pretty sure also that EA had something to do with it, and I enjoyed that game immensely. So I don't necessarily
by BioWare, but it was published by EA.
Okay. Well, I guess they had very little to do with it except marketing and publishing. Either way, I enjoy. So I can't hate on EA. I can't hate 100% on EA because, you know, their names are tied to some games that I really enjoy.
Like I like Sims from like like that's like about it.
You're such a fucking girl sometimes. I swear to God.
There's sports games that they have.
I could give a fuck about sports games.
Like, other than that, I haven't been thrilled, but I'll check them out if you say that they're pretty good.
I mean,
yeah. This new game is supposed to be set between Empire Strikes Back and The Return of the Jedi, and it's set to launch in this year.
Supposedly.
They didn't give a date.
They never do.
I know. Pain in the ass. That's about it for the Star Wars thing, but I'm still mad about the Battlefield. Because I thought it would be better, because I had it back when I was a kid, and it was actually pretty good.
Right.
Like, when I was the one I had on the original Xbox, I actually really enjoyed it.
I think you're thinking of a different... Yeah, that was a whole different thing. The original Battlefront was a revered game.
Good.
Right, it was great. The Battlefront, the more recent incarnations of Battlefront for like the Xbox One and the X and all that shit, The more recent ones, they're trash. I mean, it's basically just
Yeah.
basically Fortnite for Star Wars fans. Like it's oh, I can be Yoda. Wow, cool.
Yeah, so that's what ruined it for me. And I was like, this is not what I remember of the days of old. So, um, that was my shit.
All right.
We got.
I did want to say that like of the new Hunters game, I see that they're showing a female protagonist. I was kind of hoping they would have like a a gender choice or whatever, something more inclusive maybe, but I don't know.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, I don't know, but like,
Either,
and
Cyberpunk.
they totally, yeah, exactly. Like they totally could have that, but all I've ever seen is the female protagonist. So
Right. Because right now it's still like only few people are getting the same test it, right?
I couldn't tell you. I really all I ever see is trailers. That's all I ever see.
Yeah, I was on YouTube and I saw somebody playing it.
Oh yeah, I'm
Just
sure the
10
more
minutes or
popular
first 4 hours.
yeah, I'm sure the more popular
Streamers
guys
have
are
it.
getting it. Yeah.
Um, but I didn't watch any of the videos, so maybe there's something in it they would tell me that would tell me any different. But then I was kind of like, I kind of like the way this looks, and I almost want to just wait till it's out and then just experience it for myself.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm heading. I don't know. I hope it's good, but I'm just really trying to be optimistic on it. Because lately,
Yeah.
things have not been great. They keep trying to do things.
Gameverse?
It's not even just the gameverse. It's TVs, movies, fucking everything.
Yeah, it's all been kind of.
really kind of ugh.
There's like a very rare occasion where there's like, oh, that's actually pretty good. Where I've
Yeah.
been like interested in watching it. Games the last like 2 years for me, or maybe even more, has been like it's boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing. It's all the same shit. It's like battle royales.
Yeah. I mean, don't get it twisted.
Um,
I played, like I said, like we talked about previously. I did play Overwatch for many years.
Yeah, but like it's fine. Like if we're getting new ones, that's okay. But it seems like we're getting inundated. Like it's the only thing people are making. It's what it feels like. I'm like, I want a first-person open world role-playing game where I get to be immersive in a world and like discover new things. Like that's what I want.
Yeah, but nobody wants to make those
These
games
games take a
anymore.
long time.
Well, it takes a long
Yeah.
time, and then the more immersive and good and interesting the game is, the more fucking server space they're gonna need. You know what I mean? Like it's expensive,
Yeah.
and sometimes the ends don't justify the means. That's why they cheap out wherever the fuck they can. Just business.
Yeah, I know. But it's been sad, and so this gives me some hope. This looks interesting.
It really does. It's really
I'm
good. It's a
intrigued
great
by it.
looking game. I mean, they all look
Yeah,
like
it's very
cinematics and
pretty.
shit. I can't say I've seen much gameplay, but it looks nice.
From the little bit of gameplay I did see, it. I mean, obviously, you're not going to compete gameplay versus a trailer. It's never going to be.
They're getting pretty fucking
Same.
close though. Nowadays, they're getting really fucking close.
The gameplay I saw was definitely lower quality, but I don't know what they were running their settings at. But
Right.
it still looked good. I mean, it didn't look bad. It's just you're not going to get the rendering like you would in a trailer.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
So, but it's exciting. I'm definitely interested. I'm gonna be watching this.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be good. I hope. I just, you never know. Drink some
All right.
caffeinated go juice real quick. Oh yeah. Come to daddy.
Okay. So our dryer died.
What was wrong with it?
Fun stuff.
Did you take it
Oh,
apart?
we don't fucking know.
Oh,
No.
come on. That's the fun stuff. That's the fun stuff. When something breaks and you get to take it apart, that's my favorite thing.
I agree with you. But I was like, well, maybe we could open it up and clean it out.
That's probably what's wrong with it.
Very quickly, I was told, I'm just going to get a new one. And I was like, all right, whatever. Like, if you're just going to buy a new one anyways, why the fuck should I even bother? So, I didn't even attempt it.
Well,
That and I'm also tired after work.
no, of course. I mean, if you got an area to work on it, you can just fucking work on it out there. But problem is that, you know, if you leave it outside, it's gonna rust. But my understanding of that conversation would be, oh, so you don't want it no more? I'm gonna go ahead and fix it up and sell it on fucking like offer up or
That would be
something
cool.
for like $100.
The funny part is like when we got that dryer, it was an old Sears dryer. That's how old.
Oh damn!
Right?
Does Sears even exist
Yeah.
anymore?
So, no, they don't.
Ugh,
So
being old.
the dryer, that's pretty old.
Yeah, no shit.
So the dryer stopped working, and then the new one, they were going to go get the new one. And like, I know how this goes. Everybody gets real fucking crabby when we have to like work together to move something into the house. Nobody likes moving anything, and I don't blame people for that. But the communication skills are lacking in our family sometimes. So it just pisses everybody off on occasion. People don't talk to each other very nicely. So I was like, you know what? Preemptively, I'm just gonna move the old dryer out of the house by myself. I was like, I don't want to hear anybody's shit. I'm just gonna move it outside. So all we have to do is put the new one in, and it'll just be a lot easier. No one has to sit there and bitch at each other, you know? So I did that. That was a mistake. I fucked myself up pretty good. I think I hurt my back.
All right.
Because all day yesterday, I was like limping around, and I was in so much pain. Today I feel pretty good, but I'm gonna take it easy. I'm not gonna do any lifting or anything today. So that was some stupid shit that I did, and I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But I got that bitch to the road. You best know.
I mean,
So I manhandled a dryer. That was dumb.
yeah, for sure was dumb.
Yeah, shouldn't do that by yourself.
I mean, I can do it. I usually do.
Oh.
Dryers aren't that heavy, but they're heavy enough to hurt you if you're not careful.
Yeah. I used a dolly too, so it wasn't like.
Oh, okay. Okay, no, I just would have lifted that bitch on my back and just took it. Fucking hey, what is going on with my fucking arms today? It's
being all weird.
Oh no, what is happening? I gotta stay. What the fuck? Oh.
Hello.
Hello, my darling. Hello, my baby. Hello, my Showtime. Yeah.
Right.
What is it?
Is it just right time gal?
Some bullshit.
I like that. Neither of us are dancing frogs with top hat or cane, so if we don't know the lyrics, I think that's fine.
I can't do the can because my legs aren't tracked, only my arms.
You just have to do finger.
Yeah, I don't got that. I don't got that. I'm just.
There you go.
I can't. I don't got that full body motion tracking shit yet.
Oh, that's so funny.
I mean, that's kind of the dream for me. Not like necessarily, but like I don't need it, but it'd be nice to have. You know what I mean?
Full body tracking.
Yeah, man. It would definitely elevate my twerking in VR to a whole new level.
That's for sure.
Hell yeah.
I thought like full body tracking, and I was like, that's gonna be abused so quickly.
Oh man.
That was the first thought I had.
The VR strip clubs are wild as fuck.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't recommend trying to pick up any you know, of the dancers, because 9 times out of 10 they're dudes. I mean, if you're into that, but
I'm good.
not you specifically, ass butt.
All right. No, thank you. Linkin Park has a new lead singer. we talked about her earlier.
Yeah.
I listened to her sing Breaking the Habit.
Yeah.
She got a little guttural at the end. Like her voice got a little growly, and I wasn't mad about it. I was
Well,
like,
because
this
Chester
is
used
pretty
to do
good.
that
Like,
shit too.
yeah. So it's like she's not like completely emulating him, but she's sticking pretty close. And I think that's fair that she's still kind of doing her own.
Right.
You know, because she's not Chester. I
No,
wouldn't
absolutely.
expect her to be Chester. So.
Well, I was gonna mention
she's
to
doing
you,
pretty good.
because remember I told you that like, who the fuck was? I know Queen got a new singer at one point, like years ago, and
Adam Levine, I think.
and also fucking Journey. I know got another singer years and years ago.
Yeah,
but I remember
did as well.
Yeah, well, of course, I remember one of them being somebody got like this younger Filipino man, and it sounded just like the original singer. It was so weird. Like almost like the dude was a voice actor and like he was
just copying.
It was so like weird. Yeah. It sounded great, but it was weird as shit.
In all fairness, I think Linkin Park originally after Chester died, I think they did get another male singer. So I don't know if they were like, you know what, this just doesn't feel right. Let's just do something completely different, and get a feat. Like I don't know if they just were like open auditions, all singers, or if they were like, let's check out female vocalists. Like I don't know what their thought process was when they were looking for a new singer. But I think originally after Chester died, they had a male lead, and then so now it's like a second new.
Okay, I didn't know that. I mean, you know, I enjoy Linkin Park as much as the next person, but I'm not up their ass for. You know what I mean? Like I don't live and die for them.
I mean, like I remember them dropping a new song after Chester died, like a little bit after he passed away, and it wasn't him singing. So I don't know if it was just one of the other guys in the band that was just singing in the meantime, or if they had gotten another guy to like they had found another vocalist to be singing. Like I don't know. So I just vaguely remember them dropping another song after Chester died. I think most people haven't really. I mean, I'm sure they still have a cult following. I think they still have their hardcore fans that will listen to just about anything they put out.
Yeah, without a doubt.
That's how I feel about. Yeah, like that's how I feel about Avenged Sevenfold. They could do whatever the hell they want.
You like Avenged Sevenfold that hard? Holy shit!
They could do whatever the hell they want. Not that I'll like everything that they do, but I'll stick by them and I'll listen to their new shit and see if I like it. You know?
I can honestly say I only like maybe 3 songs from Avenged Sevenfold. They're good. I don't know. I guess I haven't heard enough of them or whatever. I've only heard like 3 songs from them, to be honest with you. I've never like ventured forth and like opened up their discography or anything.
I like most of their songs. I think I like a little bit of a lot of different people. Like
me too.
I like Frank Sinatra. I probably like about 6 or 7 of his songs.
No, that's because of Grandpa for me.
You know? Yeah, I mean, Grandma introduced me to him. So, like, you know, Bing Crosby, I know I like a few of his songs.
Me too.
Like, so I like a few of, like, all these different artists. But I think for Avenged Sevenfold, I really vibed with a lot of their early albums, especially because I was, like, kind of angsty. Same thing with, like, Papa Roach. So I liked a lot more of their stuff.
Papa Roach.
Than... I love Papa Roach. They're actually really good to see
get
concert.
They're just so cringy now. You know what I mean? Like everything, all that shit's cringy now. Like, ooh.
I guess it would be considered kind of cringe.
Think about it. Think about it. Like you're an adult now. Think about it. Like back then, you're just like, ooh.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
I remember your little fucking cringy emo face. Or whatever the fuck it was called at that point.
Probably that. You'd wear 3 belts, but none of them held your pants up.
Right. Wasn't that like, what was it called? Wasn't it like Scene or some shit?
There was scene,
Like
there was
overly
emo,
over.
there's like
You ever
rock.
you always know when they were like scene or whatever when they had too many straps and zippers and shit.
Yeah, and then like emo was still kind of dark, and then like scene kids, they were like there was like neon colors. There was a lot more
Yeah, they were
colorful.
very cyberpunk too.
Yeah, I mean it was cool. I was like kind of probably in between because I did dye my hair purple for a while, so
Yeah,
maybe I don't know.
that shit's
It was
fucking
fun.
terrible.
I had fun doing it. But yeah, so I think I like a lot more of their songs than maybe the average band that I would listen to.
Makes sense.
That's why I consider them my favorite. Uh, let's see. Oh, the last thing I wrote down was your power went out, and I was like, that's interesting. As soon as
Yeah,
we were getting ready to record, his fucking power goes out, and we're all like, wait, oh, never mind.
yeah, it
And
happened
then
like twice. Like it went out, then it came back on briefly, and then it went out again. And I was like, all right, well, that's what the day is going to be like. Today's Friday the 13th, so happy Friday the 13th, everybody.
uh-huh. Go get your Friday the 13th tattoos if participating tattoo parlors are doing it.
You know, I've tried for years to like get that going, but like every tattoo shop is different, and some of them are more stingy than
Mm-hmm.
others, and I don't want to choose from a book. I always design my own tattoos, so you know some places ain't cool with that. You know, I was like, all right, then, fuck it. So I've never done it, but I really want to.
Yeah, a lot of them you have to choose from a book. It's like a set
Yeah,
amount, like a size,
not a fan.
and yeah, some of them can be pretty good.
Yeah, but I don't
You
want
know,
to.
if
I
it's
never
something that
want to
you've been
have
looking for.
nothing that like is the exact same as somebody else. If there's a chance of that happening,
Yeah, it's fair.
like a high enough chance, I won't do it. I had a buddy who was like that, where like everything on him came from some tattoo motherfucker's book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, I don't understand why you would get tattoos like that. What the fuck's the point? You're just like, oh, I don't
Like
know, it looks
everybody getting the
cool.
same tribal.
I was like, all right, well, if looking cool is why you're getting the tattoo, you probably shouldn't get the fucking tattoo, bro. That's just my 2 cents.
I mean,
Because like that's
I
stupid.
I like that they can have meaning, but like if your tattoo doesn't have meaning, I don't really care. It's your body.
No, and yeah, that's true too. I'm just saying, I personally think you're a moron. That's all.
Yeah.
Your body, your choice. I also see motherfuckers who like to drill holes into their fucking heads and shit. Good luck with that, man. Have a great time doing it. For me,
If you want to stick meat hooks through your
right?
shoulders and
Suspension.
glide down a
Yeah, no,
rope
I'm good.
and do that, that's fine. That's you, but I'm not gonna watch and participate in that event.
I personally know motherfuckers who do that. That shit is not fun to watch, even for me.
No. You know,
Oof.
like I saw it one time and I was
Ugh.
like, oh nope, okay, we're done. We're not watching this again. Nah, I'm alright. I was like, that's wild that
Just
people
because
do
I
that.
have
Like
seen terrible things in my life doesn't mean I want to continue to see terrible things in my life.
exactly. I was like, that is on a level for me that I am not comfortable watching, so we're just not gonna do that again.
Shout out to all the freaks on FetLife.
Stay freaky, my friends.
They're freaky.
Let's see. Um, so I can 100% with full confidence say that I fucking hate working retail.
I'm pretty sure that's the general consensus of every motherfucker who works retail.
See, I would normally agree with you, but then I know people who've been doing it for like 15 years. And I'm like,
Listen,
why would you stay if you hated it that much?
no, it's because they have nothing else. Believe it or not, there are people who just don't give a fuck about their life and they lack drive, they lack ambition, they lack skills, and they've never thought to get any. What it is. Sometimes it's about intelligence, unfortunately, too. But
I ran into two people yesterday that I knew from school.
right.
3 total since I've been back working at retail.
Oh,
3
well,
weeks.
I mean,
I've
you're
run
in
into
the
3
you're in
people.
your essentially your hometown, so to speak. So that shit's gonna happen. I do.
Yeah, it was surprising to me because I was like, I haven't seen you since fucking elementary school, dude. Like,
Oh wow.
um, yeah, like we went to all the same schools,
Okay.
like middle and high school, but we never had a class again together. And the
Mhm.
schools just got progressively bigger, so we just never really saw each other. We had different groups we hung out with.
Right.
Like I haven't really talked to this person since like elementary school.
Wow.
And I was like, dang, like, and like we recognized each other. She goes, I wasn't gonna say anything because people generally think I'm weird because I remember people from elementary school. I was like, you look so familiar. Like I said her name, and she goes, yeah, and I was like, oh my god.
I haven't ran into anybody from elementary school in many, many, many years. But I'm old as fuck, so you know.
I feel like by like your 30s, a lot of people move on and go to different places.
I mean, a lot of people fucking die. You know what I mean? Like
There's
you,
that too.
you
Yeah,
would be
that's
you
true.
you would probably be surprised by how many people I've known in my life that are very likely dead. Or and a lot that I know for a fact are. You know what I mean?
Like, there's some kids that I went to school with that I'm like, these motherfuckers are probably in jail.
Yeah,
Like, they
I was
didn't
one of
turn their
those
lives
kids.
around. So I mean, I hope they're not in jail. I hope they figured their shit out. But like,
Unlikely, but you can hope. I like this little podcast
this room is
whole.
so cool.
Yeah, it's actually really nice.
I know. There
Designed good
are.
shit.
Yeah. So they used the group one,
Uh-huh.
and how they put their camera was it was only capturing the like the couch and then the
Okay.
2 armchairs on either side of it.
I see. I see.
Yeah. Instead of the whole room. So I mean that kind of makes sense for
Well, I feel
framing.
like they usually have bigger groups that do judging from these pictures. It's just me and you talking shit here.
Yeah.
Like I turned on the couch over there. Purple or something. I don't know. Is it purple?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
Colorblind. Anyway.
Yeah, I was to say it's cool when you know it. Like that's
Well, I mean, it's a lucky guess. I mean, like I said, it's not like I see the fucking world in grayscale. I just,
well, no,
I
but
have trouble with fucking shades sometimes. That's all. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I feel like that couch doesn't match the whole fucking decor of the room at all. That's an ugly couch.
it
That's,
doesn't
that's why I turned it off. I was like,
at
nah,
all.
bro.
Yeah.
I'd love the fuck out of these goddamn armchairs, though. They're really nice and detailed.
Yes. I love it. I actually really like these armchairs in general. Like I would have these in my house.
These are sculpted, I think. They look sculpted.
Might be.
Usually when you get furniture in fucking VR chat, it's like the giant sit box that like impedes your, you know,
Oh.
and I guess you wouldn't really know unless you're in VR. But
Yeah.
these is just the cushion. So I don't have any obstruction. That's great. That's great.
Oh, I saw that in another room that I looked at. That one that you said, oh, that's ugly.
Right.
It had these giant blue rectangles over the seats.
Yeah. That's some lazy fucking design work right there. That's all that is.
Oh, the more you know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm like I said, aesthetics are important to me.
Yeah, guys, this was only my 4th room. I only showed him the one, and then this was the last one, and I was like, I think you'll like this, and he joined me. And he goes, oh yeah, I really like this, so I think I got it.
Yeah.
I think we're okay.
You know, some of the there's a lot of podcasts and, type worlds in VR chat. A lot of them are very ostentatious, and the ones that aren't are super basic and bland. This one's a decent.
Yeah, I like this one though because
it's not.
It's got enough detail,
Right.
but it's not overwhelming.
Exactly. Got a nice view too. You can't see the skylight with the stars and all that, but
oh, it's beautiful.
it's purty. It's quite purty. Either way.
I almost wonder if it took a picture from dang NASA.
Technically, it wouldn't be from NASA. It would be from the ground because that's obviously ozone. I'm pretty sure it's animated though.
Actually, yeah, I think it is because I think one of the stars flickered. It's just really detailed.
I heard you spark that joint. I think that might be just you, my dude.
I did.
I heard you.
The joint while we were talking about stuff.
What normal? Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I still have like nothing to fucking talk. Like stupid.
Fucking up our checklist. We had one job on this checklist besides just making sure the podcast ran, and that was be funny. And so far, and I was like, he goes, I don't know how we're gonna do that, and I was like, it's the one job we have.
I'm either funny or I'm not. I don't know how to be funny.
You're funny looking.
Your mom's funny looking, and then I was like, no, you're not. I love you, Aunt Julie.
Oh, I'm gonna tell her that later.
That's all right. That's good. Get her to watch the podcast. Then she'll how could she not watch it? I'm her favorite nephew, and you're her favorite person, daughter, whatever the fuck.
I don't know. Sometimes I think she likes my best friend more than me.
I mean, that's probably true, but I know she loves me.
Loves.
What?
What?
What'd you say to me?
I said she loves me.
I mean, she has to. You're her daughter. Her offspring.
Yeah. Default. It's default.
But that's what I'm saying. For me, it means more because I'm not her offspring. Never thought about it like that, huh?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
She doesn't have to love me. She just does.
Funny that we were just talking about Linkin Park, and I just saw another fucking a new post about it, like a quote.
I'm very sure that the world is gonna fucking blow up on the fact that they have a new female lead singer. That shit's just gonna get all kinds of news. All the piss boys are gonna be angry, and all the the whatever. It's just gonna be stupid and unnecessary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just saw something about Vladimir Putin.
Oh, let's not talk about that fuck.
Yeah, so I was like, oops. Keep on scrolling. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Let's not do that again either.
What? What again? What did you do, Beanie? What did you do?
I hummed.
Oh, I mean, you can
Mario
hum.
Theme song.
I mean, I was enjoying it. I don't mind per se, but yeah, it's probably not good for the.
That's why I was like, let's not do that again. We're not gonna do it anymore. But I think because I'm humming it, I don't know. Does that count for copyright?
I wouldn't worry about it. Although Nintendo's a motherfucker, so yeah, maybe I will cut that.
True.
Nintendo's trying to get everybody. everybody can get the smoke from Nintendo. So yeah, I'm good. I think that might. Isn't it annoying how every fucking tech company now uses some sort of like AI to like do their monitoring and their um like moderating on everything, and the AI gets it wrong so much of the fucking time. Really quite obnoxious to me.
Oh, speaking of,
Which is why I no longer post
I
shit on
can't.
Facebook most of the time.
Yeah,
If you have
I had
too
a friend
much,
recently.
if you have too much skin color in the picture, it assumes it's a nude. Like even if it's not, you know what I mean? Like you're wearing a beige shirt and oh, that's a nude,
Yeah.
bro. You got to get that out of here. We're gonna ban you for 2 days just because you thought about posting it. Like fuck you, fucking Facebook, man. That shit just needs to go away. To be honest with you, I'm sorry I interrupted you. Tell me about your friend.
Oh yeah, my friend. It was so funny.
What was funny?
Said person works in a pharmacy,
Okay.
so they were like on a break or something, and in like a bathroom. I don't know. There's tile on the wall, so I assume it's a bathroom. And they're
Okay.
just taking like a little selfie, like back to like selling drugs, like jokingly. There's no drugs in the photo. It was just that caption, and they got banned for it. Which if anybody's been on Snapchat and you know people who smoke weed,
Oh, all
they're
day.
constantly posting
I'm one of those people.
marijuana and them smoking joints.
Yeah,
Yeah, nobody gets banned for that.
that's because Snapchat's
But she
cool.
said that. Well, we thought so. And then she said that and she got banned. There's no and she goes and they said we have a zero drug tolerance policy.
I guess selling drugs is the line they draw. You can do all the drugs you want on
I
their
guess.
platform. You just can't talk about selling them because that's illegal. Unless
I guess so.
oh, but she's a
You're
pharmacist.
working in
That's
a
even great.
pharmacy. So
Wow.
she's a pharmacist. So why wouldn't it be legal for her to sell drugs? It's completely legal for her to do it.
You're absolutely
So
right.
I think
That is fantastic.
so she I think she's gonna appeal it
I would. I
and
would.
just be like, "Hey, I work in a pharmacy, so like I legally
Technically,
do sell drugs
I
to
sell
people.
drugs.
I do, like that's a thing I do.
It's
So
funny.
yeah, I want people to come buy our drugs. Like so, that just made me laugh. I was like, that's the dumbest reason. I was like, people straight up send dick pics. Like
Yeah.
where's their nudity clause?
Oh, yeah.
Come
I don't
on.
even know.
Yeah, so it's like
I
I thought it was interesting.
as a precocious teenager, I used to tell people that I was a street pharmaceutical engineer.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I thought so.
That's so sounded like a little scamp when you said that.
Yeah, I was a little scamp.
I hear tall scamp.
I mean, I was never little, but I'm saying like, yeah, like the term little scamp would definitely apply to somebody of my upbringing and general demeanor of that time. Or you could just call it a fucking goon, a hoodlum.
I like scamp. I like little scamp better. It
Yeah, I
seems
mean, you know,
slightly innocent.
it's very
Innocent.
50s. It's very
Yeah.
like
Very
um
difference between a scamp and a tramp in terms of like the 40s and the 50s.
well, I believe and I'm probably wrong on this, but which is why my YouTube videos have no comments. Um I'm pretty sure Tramp was like a homeless person.
Yeah. Grandpa was actually arrested for being a tramp.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and that's why he ended up in the military.
That makes
Well,
sense
no,
to
okay,
me.
that's not the
Oh,
whole
I'm
reason
sure
for
he
the
did a
whole
bunch of other shit too.
No, what they actually did is they stole a car.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And mind you, this is like the 1940s, right? So they
Yep.
stole a car, and because um
See, the old stereotypes about Sicilian immigrants are true. Haha.
when their father went to
You
Florida for work,
you cut out like a whole good 3 minutes there.
I 3 minutes.
No, I'm exaggerating, but like you were not making any audible sound, so you may want to start over. Cut.
I took a pause. Like I
It was
took
a
a moment
long
to think.
fucking pause. You can't do
It was a long pause,
that.
but I was stoned.
Been
I just
zoned
think my
out in
brain
front of
wasn't
her fucking
working.
own story. Holy shit.
It's my own story. I smoked a whole joint. It
Beanie,
was bigger than
Beanie,
what I normally smoke.
where's your coffee? You need go juice, mama.
The Go Juice.
That's the go
It's just
juice.
gross because it has no sugar.
Why? Are you guys not like are you going sugar free?
No, that would be a healthy reason why we don't have it. It's just we ran out. We don't even buy real sugar either. It's like Splenda. So
Ew, that shit's so bad for you. Don't do that. If you're gonna have sugar, just
my
eat sugar,
mom's.
bro. What's wrong?
At this point, I rather have sugar.
No, Splenda's really bad for you. It definitely causes cancer. Like, don't use it.
Yeah.
Um, I lost my train of thought. So they stole a
Grandpa. But
car.
anyways, I remember.
Grandpa stole a
They
car.
stole a car.
Right.
No,
No.
Grandpa was. Yeah, he was the accomplice. It doesn't really. He was there when they stole the car and participated. He
Right.
wasn't solely. It was all his brothers.
Yeah.
They all did it.
Okay.
Okay, so they all got arrested
Makes sense.
for
That
it.
usually happens.
Yep. And then they got caught, obviously.
Right.
And part of the judge, let's see, I can't remember who had the bad attitude. I think it was probably like Joe, grand, great uncle Joe. I think he mouthed off to the judge or some shit.
Makes sense.
It was Sonny or Joe, and ended up doing actual jail time. And then one of them got probation.
Damn. Who was his PO?
And then I don't know.
It was just
But I'll
stupid.
tell you this. And then Grandpa, because he was very polite to the judge,
Makes sense.
got either. Well, okay, no. I think one of them got a longer sentence in jail instead of like 60 days or something like that. And I think the other one was slightly more respectful and got 60 days, but probably still a little bit of a shit. And then Grandpa was really respectful because I think he's younger than the rest of them. And he got the option between you join the military or you do the short stint. Oh, that's what it was. I think just Joe was an asshole. The other two got the option between going into the military or doing your stint in jail. Grandpa chose going into the military instead of going to jail.
That's wild, man. I remember seeing his
So
old
he ended
pictures
up
from the
in Germany.
military. I remember seeing his old
Yeah.
pictures from the military. He used to show them to me sometimes.
I only ever saw none of them.
Yeah.
Realizing I've never seen any of them.
Well, you were a baby. You were still like a very little girl when he even died. So.
When he passed, I would think it was only 4.
Yeah.
But still, Grandma used to show me pictures.
That's true.
But
I wonder because
maybe it wasn't her favorite.
my dad is the one who taught me how to hotwire and steal cars. I wonder if his dad taught him.
By the time your dad came around, I don't think so.
Well, I mean, he taught him how to like build stuff, like all the masonry and what's the word, carpentry and shit that my dad knew. I know Grandpa taught him.
Yeah. I mean, but in all fairness, I don't think Grandpa really did a lot of the stealing like I don't think he was hot wiring the car.
Okay. So I guess he didn't.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Um
According to my dad and other accounts, he was doing that shit at like 12.
oh, hot wiring cars?
Yeah, and that's when he taught me. He was like, I've been doing this since I was 12. I was like, all right.
Jesus.
So he taught me how to hotwire the Dodge minivan that we had, and then he taught me how to drive it at
When
12.
in doubt, you ever Yeah, that's probably not great.
I mean, I was big for 12. Not like I had trouble like seeing over the steering wheel or anything.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I'm a
didn't
relatively
that,
big
but, like,
dude.
still.
I could I've always been able to pass for older. I never had to like. I've had facial hair since I was 13. I've never had like I was never carded for anything growing up. Chiefly
Deep
because
voices too, so that
well, not only that, but like chiefly because in Miami in the '90s nobody gave a fuck about nothing. Uh,
right.
so yeah, I've been able to buy cigarettes since I started smoking, pretty much. Which was like,
Yeah.
well, no, that's not true. I used to steal them from my dad when I started smoking, which was like a 10. But by the time I was like 14, I was walking into gas stations buying them myself because they thought I was 18.
You know, I think it's really crazy that they've upped
The smoking age to 21.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't find out about that until recently because I quit smoking. I don't buy cigarettes. I don't buy vape. I don't buy none of that shit anymore. Um,
Yeah.
and I think it was Anthony that told me that he was like, "Yeah, I'm not 21. I can't buy cigarettes." I was like, "Well, oh shit, they raised it." I thought it was still 18.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, you can serve your country, but you cannot smoke or
I mean, we've
drink.
been talking, yeah,
They've
but
taken
we've been saying that shit since the '90s.
and like they've taken even the nicotine away from you. You can't even have that.
I mean,
And
for
out of
good
all
reason.
jobs you can
Nicotine is
have
pretty
this
fucking
entire
toxic. Excuse me.
Well, yeah, I mean you shouldn't smoke. Shouldn't do anything with nicotine or tobacco in my opinion.
It causes erectile dysfunction, or so I hear.
There you go. I think if that doesn't stop half the population
Right.
from not wanting to not be able to use their equipment. I don't know. That doesn't stop it.
I
I
remember.
can't imagine.
That reminds me. Do you remember Surge, that old green soda from back in the day?
I've seen pictures of it. Yeah.
Okay, there was a rumor going around that that shit killed your sperm.
There was a rumor about that with Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Um. So, yeah, I didn't drink that. I didn't drink Surge. I did at first because I thought it was weird and cool, and then I heard that and I was like, nah, man, I'm good.
I want to maintain my population.
It was there was another stupid thing that people used to say that if you didn't pick the seeds out of your weed before you rolled your joint or whatever, that it would kill your sperm count.
Nah, you know the only reason they're saying that is because they're like, we want to plant that shit. Don't be smoking it.
Well, nah, I feel like a lot of it also was something to tell their girlfriends so they didn't have to wear condoms. Like, nah, baby, I smoke. I smoke with seeds in it.
I could totally see that also being.
Oh no, I've heard motherfuckers say that shit before.
Yeah.
I know people who've used that. Like, ah, bitch, I smoke with seeds. I don't got my sperm is dead as fuck. I was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, but you know, there's got to be people that like wholeheartedly, honestly believe that that's the case.
We have motherfuckers that believe the Earth is flat. Currently.
Yeah, I know.
I am not surprised by any
the
ounce
video.
of human stupidity at all. If
Yeah.
you believe the Earth is flat, fuck you.
You're wrong.
No, just fuck you.
But I hope you have a good day. Like I don't agree.
I do hope you have a good day.
Completely wrong.
But
I do hope you have a good day.
Just fuck you.
Yeah. I watched a video between three flat earthers and 3 scientists.
Oh god.
One of them being
Did they beat the shit out of each other? Because that would have been more interesting.
No. They were actually the scientists were more polite.
Of course they are.
Than the flat earthers. It was wild. I was like,
I can't fathom that level of like ignorance and stupidity at all. And then to go further and fucking like invent idiotic conspiracy theories to like perpetuate your idiotic fucking standpoint on science that has been proven like hundreds of years ago and shit. I was about to say thousands. I'm high.
Thousands would have been correct.
Is it thousands? I don't think it's thousands yet.
Yeah. The ancient Romans.
Oh, I'm talking about like Galileo and shit. But no, you're right. Yeah, the ancients knew the fucking Earth was round too. You're right. Like you're absolutely fucking right.
The Greeks knew.
You're right. Yeah, the ancients knew that shit. So why the fuck in the age of information, and granted a lot of it false information, why the fuck do we even have that? Like that's just it's mind-boggling to me. It really truly is.
Well, okay. I watched this video and they kept saying they had a lot of proof during the whole video.
There's no proof.
But never
bullshit.
Once did they like really say anything. Only one of them, the guy who didn't claim that they have tons of proof all the time, actually said that he went somewhere and did experiments. And I was like, okay, fine. At least he said that he went and did something. The rest of them just kept saying that there's
proof
and they didn't say anything.
Okay, but like, first of all, experiments mean nothing. Experiments mean nothing when they can't be replicated. Right. Well, not even that. When they can't be replicated. I agree. If your experiments can't be replicated and proven by multiple peers, then your findings are fucking bullshit. That's just science.
I agree, and that's what very calmly and eloquently one of the scientists said. One of these scientists is a theoretical physicist.
My favorite kind of scientist. Second only to astrophysicists.
I think he's that too.
Oh well, yeah. Usually a lot of times they're interested in both, but like it takes so long to do school for one of them. Both of them is a fucking bitch.
So he, a very smart man. The other scientists also were like, they were like, we think we're fairly well educated in science because we're scientists and we would understand the scientific method. And he goes, if you can't follow the scientific method on how to do an experiment, then it can't be considered correct.
Right, yeah, that's it.
It's not fact. And so, that's what they were trying to describe. And he goes, part of science is keeping an open mind. It's okay for me not to know everything, but in time we'll learn. He goes, if you're right and you're doing things the right way and you're using the scientific method, you might not be right today, but 100 years from now, you might be right. So I thought they were I like the way they handled it. I thought it was I have a lot of respect for how they handled that interview.
Yeah. No, that's great. Yeah. But, I mean, internally, I'm sure they were like, bro, we need to end your gene pool. We need to end this fucking gene pool of these fuckers right here. Like, the stubbornness, the fucking arrogance, the fucking ignorance, it's just, that's why a lot of times I have a hard time watching those kind of videos, because it just really angers me.
I kept pausing and ranting. Upward and upward. So I pause every 5 minutes and rant at the screen, and I could do a 5-minute Google search.
That's great.
Yep. So I'd pause, and then I would Google for 20 seconds and be able to prove them wrong.
Of course, that's all it takes.
Yeah. So it's I was like, it's a 20-second Google search. What do you mean you have these, like, they're like, things didn't just fit. And I'm like, what do you mean?
No.
I was like, you can go on NASA's website and watch the Earth rotating.
Bruh, the fundamentalist Christian scientists have more fucking evidence backing their claims than the flat earthers do.
Yeah. I don't know who they are.
And if you don't like that, fucking fight me.
Fuck. But the crazy part is they quoted the Bible. The Bible, I guess somewhere in there says the Earth's flat. And I'm like, what version of the Bible are you reading?
Bruh.
And I swear to God, they said King James Version. I was like, why does everybody
Bible is one of the most misunderstood, misquoted, misfucking represented books of all goddamn time. And have been in
And
every
biased.
iteration ever put out.
Thank you. Every time it's written, it's rewritten.
Yeah.
And there's biases of the people rewriting
Everywhere. Ridiculous. Anybody who does any decent research will be able to refute any of the claims that these obvious morons.
Yeah.
If you fall down the wrong rabbit hole, then you're part of the problem.
Kinda. It's like, I'm all for keeping an open mind for the most part, but like, you gotta be able to scientifically prove it to me
Right.
that you're right.
100%.
Yeah. I will also say that I forgot my next point. So.
Oh man, I know. I would like. There's a certain clip from Half Baked where it's like the old God, nobody would even know this. An old movie and an old reference. Sound? It's like the marijuana affects the memory.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna try and. I think I'm gonna try and. You never seen Half Baked, dude? For real?
I don't think
Dave Chappelle, Half Baked. Oh my god, that's one of my favorite fucking stoner movies.
Yeah, I've definitely never seen it.
Clearly, there is a age gap happening here. So deep that it might kill us all.
Oh my gosh. I have seen Jay and Silent Bob's movies though.
Okay, I love those. I think I remember watching those at your house one time.
That's very possible. My mom has them on CD.
Well, no, we had them. We did them. I might have burned those for her, honestly. But we were watching them. I think we were watching like Clerks on TV. Oh, like the DVDs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think she has Clerks on VHS.
Damn, I believe that. Yeah, your mom was definitely a Kevin Smith fan from back in the day.
Yeah. And I have now also a Kevin Smith fan. So
I gotta say, I'm not loving his more recent shit, but, you know, he's going through some things, so I'll forgive Kev.
Yeah. Which I didn't know back in the day that Jay almost died.
I did.
Like, I didn't realize drugs were going on.
Heroin, bro.
Yeah. And, like, I watched Kevin Smith and Jay do or Jason, I guess is his actual first name.
Everybody calls him Jay, but yeah, his name is Jason.
Yeah. They did like Sorry, I had a brain fart.
Okay.
They like fucked with each other, you know, like
as they do.
What's it called when you diss each other?
Roast.
Yeah. They did a diss off. The roast.
When I was young, we called it a game of the dozens or some shit. Something to that effect. I don't know. It was really weird. I never really understood the meaning of it, but that's what they called the dozens. Basically talking shit. Oh, your mom is so fat. Your mom is kind of like that.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, just little old people knowledge for you.
That Kevin like said some shit about him almost dying from the drug overdose.
Oh, that's so fucking mean, dude.
I was like, damn.
Especially considering how much love I know they have for one another. It's fucking wild that he would have said some shit like that.
But you can tell it wasn't like so much like like a diss off of each other. It was more like you say like honest things about them,
Oh
or
wow.
like how you feel about and shit like that, and like he like said some shit about him like almost dying. He goes, I was pissed that you were doing that shit. Like he was pissed that that happened to him. Like why did you let it get that bad?
I
Like he was
understand
angry with
that.
them, and I'm like,
And
yeah, I was like, I
truthfully,
completely understand that.
and I know this because I've watched a lot of. I've really been immersed in Kevin Smith's life as far as like his media and podcasts and just everything he's ever put out. I was a big fan for a long time. Um, but yeah, man, like that dude, Kevin Smith has been like the only motherfucker to support Jay as far as I can tell through all his relapses and you know what I mean. I mean, maybe not the only person, but definitely like Jay, come live in my house. You know, after rehab, come for years, and then he'd move out, and then he'd fucking relapse again, and then he'd be right back in the Smith house again. You know, so that's what I mean. Like that's cool.
Yeah. So I thought it was because yeah, I think anybody who watches them knows how much they
Love each other.
love each other.
100%.
So they actually have a YouTube channel together, and I watched a little bit when they first started. It was really cute. Like they reviewed different things, and they like made jokes about it.
Uh-huh.
Not appropriate, but they were good. They
Like
were good
that.
jokes. I was like, oh, this is cute. I like this. So, it was nice to see them in something again together. And then they did the movie right after, like not long after that. The new movie that they had like a few years ago, maybe longer.
The reboot one?
Yeah,
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. It was stupid, but I enjoyed it.
yeah. I was like, I love you guys, but this is pretty dumb. So, how did we even get on the topic of Jay and Silent Bob?
Because I was saying that I enjoyed the movie Half Baked, and you're really only
Oh,
familiar
okay.
with. I mean, and you know what the funny thing is, technically, yeah, Jay and Silent Bob are stoners, but like Kevin Smith wasn't actually a stoner up until the last few years, and I don't even think he smokes anymore. I'm pretty sure he quit, or briefly anyway. Like he had his whole like mental breakdown thing. I'm pretty sure he quit smoking weed altogether, but I don't know, maybe not. I might be wrong. Again, like once recently, I kind of fell off the whole Kevin Smith bandwagon, not for any other reason other than like I'm focusing on my own bullshit now, and I don't have time for like all the hobbies and fandoms and shit that I used to have. So yeah,
That's fair. It's hard to like walk melt when you have your own.
yeah. I mean, still got love for the fucking guy, but you know,
Oh yeah, it's just like I have my own bullshit. I
right?
love you. Hope everything's all right.
He's
But
going
like
through
I
his shit.
can't
I'm going through
process
my
yours
shit.
and mine.
Right. Kevin Smith
Yeah.
is like a friend that I don't even know. You know what I mean? That's why I like his shit because he's just it's like being around a friend that you've never met. You know, I fucks with it.
That yeah, he's got that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the kind of guy that if you didn't know who he was and you ran into him like randomly on the street, you'd probably have a great fucking conversation and go, "That dude was awesome," and like
Pretty
walk
fucking
away going
much.
like, "Should have asked him for his number. We should have hung out again." Like that. I think that's the vibe I get from
Yeah,
Kevin Smith.
yeah. He's a very
Honestly,
personable
kind of
person.
same for Jay. Like I kind of feel that
I
way about him too.
I honestly
He's a little wild
I
though.
feel like the only reason he's like that is because of Kevin. Honestly.
Maybe.
Well, no,
Yeah.
because
I mean, I think he
that's a
would say
part
some
of
offhand
his.
shit.
Well, that's of course you expect that from Jason Mewes, but
Yeah.
uh, because he's witnessed and been around Kevin in the business so long, that's part of the you know what I mean. And I'm not saying he does it like to be fake, like a schmoozer or anything, but like that's part of the business. You engage your fans and you be polite and you fucking just you make them feel good about the interaction. That's just how it's supposed to be. I can't pull that shit off, which is why I
No.
never wanted to be famous. I never want people to actually know my face, really, any of that shit. I don't want to be recognized in public in the slightest. Because I'll
Yeah,
beat
me
your
neither.
ass.
grocery store.
I mean, I just say, like, if it gets to that level, like, I'll beat your ass. Like, I'm not gonna fucking hesitate.
Never recognize someone's voice out in the wild. Just don't interact.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like my voice. It's not like my voice is distinctive or anything. I don't think anybody's gonna be like, "Oh, I know you." I don't think so.
I don't think so either. With like the different layers.
Plus, there's
like
record it. There's like this motherfuckers who look like me are a dime a dozen with this haircut and everything. Like, whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember when that wasn't the case, but now that's the case. So here we are.
I don't think anybody would recognize me by my voice. My voice sounds a lot different in person.
Does it? Sound like Beanie to me.
Like when I'm out and about and there's like strangers. Okay. It's a different voice.
I guess I've never seen that.
Customer service. I have customer service voice.
Everybody has customer service voice. Thanks for joining us again. And remember, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.